Okay, on today's episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about depression. And this isn't a video on how to get rid of depression. This is kind of a video on how to deal with depression and to kind of cope with depression. So, um, this is my take on it, on depression. The first thing is, and I think some people don't realize this, but depression is part of life. It's part of life. Uh, Everyone gets depressed, some worse than others. Some get depressed very little, but depression is part of life. It's kind of like the opposite of being happy. And I think a mistake a lot of people make is they're always constantly trying to be happy, and that's not a reality. It's really not. To be happy all the time, it's like it's not it's impossible to do. So you kind of have to deal with the depression that you do get. You're going to have, some days that are really bad, but then some days that are better. And the thing is you want to really focus in on the better days. You want to focus in on the better days and then glaze over the real depressed ones. Just kind of like put your mind at rest. But really, with depression, it starts when you get up in the morning to control your depression in the morning. So here's some things you can do to kind of make depression easier to deal with. So the first thing, when you get up in the morning, the very first thing you want to do is be grateful and thankful for the things that you do have. So for instance, like whatever you may have, be very thankful and grateful for it. Like whatever it may be, everyone's got different things that they're thankful for. Like one, if you have a roof over your head, and if you don't have a roof over your head, that be thankful that you had a place to sleep. But whatever it is, be thankful for whatever it is that you have. Even if it's a tent, be thankful for that tent, because it'll turn into better and more. It truly will. So you have to be thankful for what you do have and who is in your life. You might only have one or two people in your life, but be thankful for those people. And then the negative things that you have in your life, just glaze over it. Just kind of just don't even pay attention to it, because everyone's got negative things in their life. You truly do. You have negative things, and don't focus on the negative. Focus on the positive, because if you focus on the negative, that negative is going to grow and grow and grow into a monster. So no, you want to focus on the positive, even if it's very minute or little that you do have. Focus on that positive, because when you focus on the positive, that positive is actually going to grow and get better, and your whole outlook. So that's the first thing you want to do when you get up. That's the very first thing you do want to do when you get up, is be thankful and grateful for the things that you do have, whatever that may be. Then another thing that really helps with depression is get outside. Get outside every single day. Don't let a day go by where you don't get outside. Get outside in the snow. Get outside in the rain. Now, don't go outside in a lightning storm, because then you might get hit by the lightning. But if it's just raining, get out there. If it's just snowing, get out there. I don't care if it's 20 below. Get gloves and boots and get out there, because being outside in nature, it's going to make you feel better. The sun is gonna cheer you up. It truly will. So get outside. That's another thing that you got to do every day. Don't let days go by where you're not getting outside. I'm telling you, if you want to be like real depressed, just stay inside all the time. So get outside. Go outside. So like if you're inside right now, get up right now and get outside if you're feeling depressed, because it'll help. It'll help a little. It will. You'll still be depressed outside, but you won't be as depressed. So get outside and start focusing on positive things, and you're going to start to feel better. And yeah, you'll be a little depressed or sad. And like I was saying earlier, we're always going to be sad and have off days and whatnot. And it's just something you kind of have to live with. I mean, it's crazy to think that you're going to be happy all the time. That's ludicrous. You can't be drunk 24/7 or on drugs 24/7 or whatnot. Some people take drugs or drink to make themselves happy. Well, that's fine, but the thing is that you're going to have depression to go along with it, and that you have to cope with the depression. That's the key, is to cope. You have to cope with it. You have to cope with it. So, like, everyone's got their thing that they got to deal with, and you just have to learn to deal with it. Now, here's another thing that you can do, and you should do, is help somebody else out. Help somebody else out that, whoever, a friend or a neighbor. Help someone out. It could be as small as getting somebody's mail or whatnot. Well, ask them to get their mail first, but I'm just trying to give you an example. Like you could help the senior lady down the hall that you live in the apartment. You knock on her door, say, hey, I'm running to Walmart's. Is there anything that I could grab you or get for you? And you might be surprised. She might be like, well, yeah, I need a box of Kleenex or whatnot, but she can't use Uber because they won't just deliver a box of Kleenex. You got to have at least $35 or some crap to get that delivered for free delivery. And that's maybe all she needs is Kleenex or whatever, or she needs a bottle of wine or whatever she may need, and you're going to be helping her out, and you'll feel better if you're helping out other people. You truly will, because it kind of takes the focus off yourself and kind of puts it on other people's. So, like, volunteer and help out other people, and that will kind of help with the depression too. And now, as the day goes on, you've already gone outside, you've already been thankful and grateful, you've already asked Mrs. Jones down the hall if she needed wine and Kleenex. Now it's getting later in the day, you've already ate, and it's getting close to nighttime. Now this is what you do: is go out and take a walk. Walk every single day. It will help. Walk every day. Now if you live on a busy road or something, don't walk on a busy road. If you live on a busy road, go to your local high school and walk the track. You got to be careful, because you got to be careful out there walking on the roads. Be very careful, because nobody's paying attention and everybody's on their phones and everyone's in a hurry. Okay, so if you go out there walking, there's a chance that it might not end well. So walk in a safe place, but go for a walk. Even if it's the high school track, go for a walk. Walk every day, and I don't care how cold it is, I don't care how hot it is. If it's 110 degrees, I don't care. Get out there and walk. Get some shorts and a tank top on and go for a walk. And if it happens to be 20 below out, get a coat and gloves and go for a walk. You truly can. And if you can't walk far, just take a little walk. And some people can't walk, then take go in your scooter or whatnot that you get around in, even if it's or whatever. If you have to have a walker, take and do your walker, but get out and get moving. So the key points here, the key points to my idea on depression is everybody has it, and everyone truly does. If someone says they don't have depression, they're lying. They're totally lying, and they're probably like the most depressed people that's out there. They're really hiding it. So you just kind of have to deal with it. Be grateful, be thankful, volunteer, get outside and walk, and accept the fact. You got to accept it. When you're having a down day, just accept the fact that that's part of life, and this is how it goes. If you could say, wow, okay, I feel really down and blue and depressed, but you know what? That's just how it is, and I'm going to have a better day tomorrow. It's going to be better tomorrow, and it will be. It truly will be. Don't let the depression get the best of you. Focus on positive and glaze over the negative. just glaze over it. You know how to glaze over it, like when your teacher's telling you, like, yeah, this and that, and when you're in high school and you just glazed over what they said, like, yeah, okay, whatever. That's how you got to deal with depression, or with the negatives in your life. You just need to glaze over it. Oh, okay, whatever. Send me the check. It's whatever. Don't focus in on it. When you focus in on the negative, that's when it starts to grow. But if you glaze over something, if you glaze over it, it can't grow. It truly can't. Just like when your teacher said, Bobby, you forgot to turn this in or whatever, and you glazed over. Yeah, I know, I forgot to turn in the paper. It did. The problem went away. Okay, now of course you got a bad grade, but who really cares? I mean, come on. I mean, unless you're going to Harvard, bad grades don't mean the most. But don't get me wrong, some people are focused on their grades and whatnot, and some people aren't. I, for one, I'm not too focused on grades. But anyhow, everyone's different. So those are the key points, and those are the key points. And if you can implement these points, you'll be able to deal with the depression a little bit better. You truly will. And it's part of life. Hey, I get depressed. Everyone gets depressed. So leave the comments down below. Leave good ones, bad ones. It doesn't matter. You won't hurt my feelings. You could say, "Hey, you're a moron." And the thing is if someone calls me a moron and it makes them feel better, then it's like, go ahead, call me a moron. Because I can be a moron. So not all the time, but some of the time it's like, wow, that was really moronic. That was a moronic move, man. You really did it this time. So anyhow, leave the comments below. Because I'm interested in what you think, and your comments might help out other people too. Your comments might help out other people. So until next time, have a good one, and have a good day, and just try to relax. Take care.